You are listening to
Radio 7.
Radio 7.
Radio 7.
Young Pictures.
Hello, and how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Radio 7. I'm Jakob B, your host of Young Pictures for this week. I have to admit, it's quite sad to think that this is the last time I get to do it, but good things come to an end, so let's get going. So, what I wanted to talk about today was what I used to complete this project. I think it could be a good guideline for all of you who are planning to produce a text in the future. So to begin with, I started a blog on WordPress, collecting all of my planning and research work. This is a very convenient software, easy to use, and allows for some creativity, as you can explore different templates and styles for your blog, together with adding a lot of external media such as pictures to it, or videos. I use Microsoft Word and PowerPoint to organize and display the data that I put on my blog, as they are classic softwares with which I had a lot of experience and which have a wide variety of tools to organize pictures and data. And I have to say, the organization of data was something that was particularly important when it came to my institutional research. After this, I generated a mood reel using iMovie. I also used this software to put together my documentary, as it was a software with which I had previously worked and could master most of the applications and tools that are present on it. This previous knowledge allowed me to be more effective and more efficient with my work and with the usage of the software overall. I then decided to also use Final Cut Pro to edit my text, because this application offers more options than iMovie, although I had to learn how to use some of the new aspects and some of the more complex aspects that were not present on the other software. It has, however, allowed me to refine my work and to create a more complex series of animations and footage to give a better flow to the text, refining it. Speaking of refining, I then decided to use a site called Canva. This is an online design editor, and I used it in order to produce my final storyboard. And it's a site that is specifically great for more print/visual media. It gave me the opportunity to be creative, as it allowed me to follow the conventions of the storyboard, while at the same time I could make my own design for it. Another software that is good for this is Photoscape X, which I use to edit pictures such as the one for my merchandising, so the t-shirts or the mugs, and the poster, the final poster, the ancillary task itself. I had to once again get a new set of skills to use this up, such as becoming more familiar with the terminology in photo editors, something that was useful also for the next software I used. In fact, to further improve the poster, I used the online Photoshop Free, a Photoshop tool that allowed me to add more complex effects, such as the hope filter that you can see on my poster, and have more control on the elements overall of the text that I previously could not modify because I didn't have a software like this. If we instead look at the website, I decided to use a software called Weebly, which is good for beginners and for more experienced site creators, as it includes many functions and tools, and more importantly, it allowed me to integrate other aspects to the website, such as the poster and the online shop, something which I think were important parts of the website, especially in order to tie all of my production together. If we now look more at the shooting process, at the more hardware part, I used two standard SLDR cameras, learning how to coordinate two cameras at the same time to get simultaneous shots or shots from different perspectives, as you can see, for example, in the first interview. And I then used the recording app on an iPhone in order to get a better quality sound recording, which was crucial for the narration-heavy aspect of my documentary. I then, of course, used a computer to edit everything, and a software called Debut in order to film my computer screen, and this proved especially important for a particular series of shots in the documentary, such as, for example, the one in the analysis section where you can see the UCAS website and the quote appearing on top of it. I would say that I found myself working comfortably with these tools overall, so I recommend them, but it is important to understand when to change a tool when you can't work well with it, as the way in which your text is going to be finally produced depends on the softwares that you use and how well you're working with them. To conclude, I just wanted to say that it was great hosting this program for this week, and I hope you will enjoy my projects. Once again, this was Jacopo B for Young Pictures, and you're listening to Radio 7.